Good morning, Todd here for Hiking for Health. We're out this time at Oak Grove Regional Park doing a little nature trail. Thanks for joining me. When walking on the Miwok Trail, you're going to come pretty quickly to this Y in the road. You want to go right, which is, I believe, the actual nature trail. Left is basically a path or a dirt road that leads to their courtyard. And although it's still, you can see some stuff there, it's not really very scenic. So take the right fork to be on the actual trail. And as you can see, we're here at the eastern edge of Oak Grove Regional Park, and just let you know that you are indeed inside a regional park. It's a nice walk, a lot of fantastic oaks and some grassland, but there you go, suburbia, just over the wall. That's just part of how it is. But as far as a nice little exercise urban hike, Oak Grove is not bad. I mean, I'm out here, I can hear hawks screeching. I've been here before and run into raccoons, skunks. So there's quote-unquote wildlife out here, no doubt about it. There's also these guys. Those are Canadian geese. And although they are quite beautiful and they have their place, in this area they are an invasive species. They don't normally belong out here, but this is happening in all kinds of places. They are definitely spreading out, and quite a few of them have made a home out here. You will find them all over the park and the water and all that kind of stuff, but they are not typically native to this area as far as I know. But they've kind of moved in and they do a fair amount of damage to things. But that's how it is. I mean, there's not a whole lot the little county regional park is going to be able to do about these guys, and they're certainly not going to kill them all off and stuff, but they are not really native. But they have become the primary wild species in this park. I mean, when you go walking in the actual picnic areas and around the lake that they have there for fishing, it's all Canadian geese. They're just everywhere, and you can just hear them trumpeting, and yeah, it's pretty wild. on the Yokuts Trail now. Both the Miwok and the Yokuts Trail are named after First Nations tribes that were local to the area a long time ago. Unfortunately, they're gone for the most part now. The big difference between the two, aside from I believe distance, is that the Yokuts Trail is not really a nature walk, because the trail itself is pretty much fully maintained, and as you can see, it is paved, I do believe, for almost the entire length, which means it's not really a nature walk, even though you're kind of surrounded by the same stuff, because it's, you know, it's not a huge regional park. You know, the Miwok Trail is right over there by those oaks, so you kind of have the same surroundings, so it's nice. But being fully maintained like this, even though that kind of technically makes it not a nature trail because it's paved, which is not natural, this does make it so that folks who want to get out and enjoy a nice riparian oak area like this, but they're in a wheelchair, they can do it. If you're not big on walking and you want to go easy on your legs, the Yokuts Trail has plenty of these guys. There were a couple of them on the Miwok Trail, but on the Yokuts Trail there's all kinds of benches and little areas to sit. A lot of them are in the shade during the spring and summertime. So it's actually kind of a nice choice. If you like a little bit more nature but you can't get outside the city, then take the Miwok Trail. Walk in the dirt, or in my case today, because of all the rain, the mud, and enjoy the oak forest and stuff around you. If you need wheelchair access, or just prefer to kind of take it a little easier, a little smoother, have plenty of places to sit and rest, then the Yokuts Trail is for you. It's nice. You still have the beautiful oak forest around you. And but the actual going is a lot easier. You don't have to worry about mud or overgrowth or any of that kind of thing, because it is a fully maintained trail. And as you saw at the beginning there, that comes with the trail guide if you want it. And there are plenty of stations here that give you a little bit of education about the area, the wildlife, the flora and fauna, if you will. So good options, both of them. Or if you're like me and you're trying to train yourself for longer distances, you walk them both. You just go through both of them and just enjoy both of them the way they should be. Hiking for health. I did the Miwok Nature Trail, which was nice, and it was including the little detour I took just to see where one of the forks went, and it wasn't that exciting. It went to a county maintenance yard. So including that little detour, it was about a mile and a quarter, almost a mile, somewhere in between a mile and a quarter, mile and a half, for the Miwok Trail. The actual trail, if you do the whole thing and you take the right fork and all that, is right around a mile. The Yokuts Trail is approximately a half mile. It's just a nice little loop with some educational stuff in it, and it's all paved. And so if you do both trails, it's a total of about a mile and a half. Because I did a little extra, I'll probably be close to 2 miles, a little over 2 miles for this little jaunt. But again, this was mostly for exercise and another little tryout to make sure the equipment works with me. Still wearing my Keens, they're working good. Backpack seems to feel good. Again, both these, this one and the last one I did on the Atherton Trail, very light, under 5 pounds easy in the backpack. I mean, I only carried about a half liter of water for this, because I mean, I'm in the middle of a regional park. And there's faucets all over the place, so I wasn't going to be in any kind of emergency situation where I couldn't find water for days. So there it is, the Miwok Trail, the Yokuts Trail in Oak Grove Regional Park. I ended up doing a little over 2 miles, but the actual trails, if you actually just do them, the regular trails, it's about 1.5 miles. So thanks for joining me on Hiking for Health. It's still nice to get out here, even though it's a little bit of an urban thing. And just keep enjoying, and we'll see you next week.